Paul has left Greece. He is on a ship that sails to Ephesus. That is a major Roman city on the coast in what we call nowadays Turkey. Aquila and Priscilla are with him. They arrive at Ephesus. Paul leaves Aquila and Priscilla. He himself goes into the synagogue and reasons with the Jews. They ask, "Please, can you spend more time with us?" But Paul declines. He explains, "I want by all means be in Jerusalem soon." Why? Because of one of the Jewish feasts that will be celebrated. Paul leaves the Jews in Ephesus and promises, "I will come back if it is God's will." Paul knows you can make plans, but they will only succeed when it is God's will. That is why it is so important, also for us, to ask for God's will when you make plans for your life. Paul then gets on a ship, leaving Aquila and Priscilla in Ephesus. The ship sets sail for the port of Caesarea. After Paul has gone, someone else arrives in Ephesus. It is Apollos. He is a Jew from Alexandria in Egypt. He is a learned man. He knows so much about the scriptures, about the words of God. He has been instructed in the way of the Lord. He is so enthusiastic about the good news from the Bible, he wants to share it. Do you have that as well? Apollos goes to the synagogue to speak boldly about Jesus, but he knows only the baptism of John the Baptist. When Aquila and Priscilla hear him, they think, "He doesn't know all yet." They invite him to their home and explain to him the way of God more adequately. How nice is this when you can help others to understand the words of the Lord. Apollos is a gifted speaker, good at debating with people and sharing his faith. On a certain day, Apollos decides to go to the region around Corinth to help teach the Christians there. The Christians in Ephesus then write a letter, asking the other disciples to welcome him. When Apollos arrives in Corinth, he is a great help to the Christians there. In a powerful way, he refutes his Jewish opponents in public debate, proving from the scriptures that Jesus is the Messiah. Do you see how important it is to know as much as possible from God's word? Meanwhile, Paul's ship has docked in Caesarea. He travels to Jerusalem to greet the church. You can imagine the believers want to hear from Paul what has happened during his mission trip, the hardships and the blessings. From Jerusalem, Paul returns to Antioch in Syria, from where he had started his second mission trip. He is welcomed by the Christians there and can also share with them all his experiences from the mission field. This is so important. It will help the Christians to pray for Paul's mission work. And how nice is it to rejoice together and worship the Lord for all he has done. After spending some time in Antioch, Paul sets out for his third mission trip. He travels from place to place throughout the region of Galatia and Phrygia, strengthening all the disciples. And also during this trip, Paul will experience a lot.